This week I learned 3 different ways to spin a staff really fast. It has been a dream of mine since I was a kid, but no matter how hard I tried, I've never been able to do it. So, let's do it now. If you don't have a staff like this, well, this is a broom, and this is a staff. The first trick is called skip catch, and it consists in spinning the staff right in front of you. I always thought this was possible by simply rotating the staff and pass it from one end to the other to keep the rotation going. But in reality, if you do that, you'll probably find yourself in this situation after a few spins. Every single time. So if you want to reach a great speed of rotation while being able to keep going technically forever, first hold the staff with one hand and place the other hand on top. When you rotate the staff, instead of catching it immediately when it gets close to the left hand, you need to ignore it the first time and catch it the second one. This allows you to keep your hands in the middle of the staff, avoiding the mistake I was making before. So not like this, but skip and catch. As soon as you catch the staff with the left hand, turn the right hand upside down and then repeat the same process. Skip and catch. Skip and catch. The hardest part of the trick is getting faster. My movement was slow and mechanic, and the staff kept slipping out of my hands. That was painful, by the way. But anyways, I kept practicing. Slowly my technique was getting better and the rotation faster, but at the same time I was getting extremely frustrated by the sound of the staff hitting the ground. But luckily, after a while it got more intuitive, and by keeping my shoulders relaxed and slowly increasing the rotation speed, my timing got way better and I could reach a decent speed of rotation. But anyways, I suggest you to practice outside, really far from fragile things. The second trick is probably the easiest, but it's fundamental to achieve the third spin, which is the best one. This one basically consists in spinning the staff on your sides. Grab the staff with the palm up and bring the other hand to your chest. Then you need to start making a sort of scooping motion, up and down from one side to the other. The secret here is thinking about keeping the pinky finger always in front of the rest of your hand. And this time, the spinning movement shouldn't come from your arm, but from the rotation of your core. But even knowing the theory, at first I was spinning the staff slowly and with wide big movements of my arms. Then I started increasing the speed by rotating my core faster and holding the staff loosely, letting my wrist basically follow the rotating motion of the staff. It helps if you keep one leg in front of the other. And after a while, all the movement was basically coming from my core and my wrist. When you go faster, this trick is really tiring, but after about 35 minutes of practice, I was able to spin the staff pretty fast. The last trick is hard. It's a combination of the first trick and the second one, and it consists in spinning a staff all the way around your body. I tried intuitively for a while, and I couldn't do much. Then I watched a video about it, and I decided to learn step by step. So you need to start by performing the first trick, spinning the staff in front of your body. At a certain point, you need to grab the staff with your right hand. Let your thumb lead the way and spin the staff behind your back. When the staff is completely behind you in a vertical position, you need to grab it with the left hand. And from here, I was pretty confused. I wasn't really sure what to do with my left hand, so I watched another tutorial, and in theory, we should repeat the trick number 2. Let the pinky finger lead the way and make the scooping motion until you come back to the original position and continue with the trick number 1. So I kept trying. I started really slow, step by step, to get the theory down. And I'm not gonna lie, I had to check the tutorials a few times to understand what I was doing. It took me a while to understand how to combine all the movements, but after about 20 minutes of practice, I got more confident. For this one in particular, I got really excited, but actually the movement of my left arm was still really mechanic. Besides being extremely dangerous for my surroundings, I couldn't visualize and therefore fix the movement. I need to fix my left arm. I started working to fix the mistake I was making, and I kept trying until I could impress my girlfriend. The reality is that my movement was still really slow, but at this point I was pretty exhausted. The next day I really wanted to get it, but my muscles were hurting and I still had a few problems with my left arm. Then I started pushing really hard, but no matter what, I couldn't achieve the same speed I saw in the tutorial, so I kept failing. I was still too slow, but then I randomly realized what I was doing wrong. I was keeping my left arm straight, and this was slowing down the movement. Instead, I basically had to push with my elbow. It took me a while to understand how to do it, but after a while I got confident and I was finally happy with the result. There is still room for improvement, but it was better than the day before. I learn new skills every single week, so subscribe and follow me on Instagram. I practice Photoshop there. I'll see you next week.